The venomous snakes you see here are raised on farms in a way that might leave you stunned. In China, even snake blood is turned into a juice-like drink, and what happens after people consume it is something that many find surprising. In addition, snake gallbladders are used to produce certain specialized products that serve important purposes. In today's video, we're going to explore how venomous snakes are farmed in China. We'll also take a look at how other creatures that most people fear are raised on a large scale. From their breeding methods to their commercial uses, you'll learn everything in this video. So make sure to watch until the very end. First on the list is the frog farming process. What you're looking at here is an ordinary frog, and yes, these frogs are actually farmed. That's right, just like cattle, goats, and poultry, frogs are also raised on farms. I can almost guarantee that you've probably never imagined that frogs could be farmed on such a large scale. These frogs are bred and raised in a way that many people find surprising. In China, this unusual creature is cultivated commercially, and the scale of the operation is truly remarkable. However, this is not an easy job. The workers here carry out their work while risking their lives. As many of you may know, leeches feed on human blood. It is even said that these creatures can enter the human body through private parts. Once inside the body, they can cause serious and potentially life-threatening complications. Despite this, leeches are farmed in China. Every year, they are raised and sold for millions of dollars. But the question is, how exactly are these leeches farmed? In addition, what exactly do they do with these leeches? And what are the farmers feeding them? Whenever we see a leech, most of us are frightened. However, many people are unaware that leeches have some unique benefits. In fact, they are considered highly useful creatures for humans. There are nearly 700 species of leeches in the world. Among them, around 100 species of leeches live in the ocean. About 90 species are found in ponds and freshwater environments. In addition, many other species live in muddy soil and various natural habitats. A single leech can live for up to 2 years. One of the most fascinating things about these creatures is that if a part of their body is cut off, it can grow back again. Although many people are frightened by leeches, they are farmed in various parts of China. This is because leeches possess many beneficial qualities. They are used not only in the production of various medicines, but also directly in certain medical treatments. The primary food source of leeches is the blood of different animals. They also feed on snails and earthworms. In leech farms, these foods are provided to help them grow. Over time, the leeches lay eggs, which are then kept in muddy soil. After a certain period, the young leeches hatch from the eggs. They are then placed in specially prepared water tanks, where they are regularly fed and cared for. Most of the time, these leeches are fed with blood. Once they reach adulthood, they are dried under the sun. After being dried, they are sent to the pharmaceutical industry for further use. In ancient times, leeches were also used in the preparation of various traditional medicines. In addition, leeches are used in plastic surgery and other medical treatments. They have been used in procedures involving facial reconstruction, breast surgery, and several other forms of treatment. Furthermore, leeches can help eliminate certain harmful bacteria from the human body. These leeches can help treat various medical conditions, including blood-related disorders. For this reason, large numbers of leeches are farmed every year in countries such as China and South Korea. After being raised, they are exported to Europe and North America for medical and pharmaceutical use. Today, leech farming has become widespread across many parts of Asia. There are certain villages in Indonesia where snakes are raised in almost every household. These are the very same venomous snakes that most people would run away from in fear. Yet the people there breed and raise these snakes, earning millions of dollars every year from the industry. The skins of these snakes are used to make a variety of luxury products, including expensive handbags, shoes, wallets, and high-end clothing. These products are sold at premium prices both domestically and internationally. In addition, snake meat is considered popular in countries such as Indonesia, China, and Japan. In addition, anti-venom medicines are produced using snake venom. In some countries, such as Thailand, a special drink made from snake blood is also consumed. Many people believe that drinking this juice can increase strength and vitality, helping older individuals feel more energetic and youthful. There are many species of snakes around the world. Snake farmers raise both venomous and non-venomous snakes. However, venomous snakes are usually preferred because they can be sold at much higher prices. Farming snakes is not an easy task. The people involved often venture deep into forests to capture them. They search through dense bushes and even dig beneath the ground to find snakes. After collecting them, the snakes are taken to specially built farms. These farms contain many small compartments, similar to pigeon nests. Different types of snakes are kept in separate sections. Venomous snakes are housed separately, while non-venomous snakes are kept in different enclosures. Every day, the snakes are fed a variety of foods, including frogs and other small animals. The enclosures prepared for the snakes are filled with sand so that they can live comfortably in an environment that feels more natural. The temperature is also kept warm. When it is time for the snakes to lay eggs, they are moved to a separate area specially designed for breeding. The snakes remain there until the eggs are ready to hatch. Once the baby snakes emerge, they are separated and raised independently. As the snakes gradually reach adulthood, their venom is extracted. The venom is then sold to pharmaceutical companies, allowing the farmers to earn a substantial income. Later, the snakes are processed for their meat, which is sold in local markets. Non-venomous snakes are also sold separately. After processing and cleaning, the meat is prepared for commercial sale. Snake meat and snake soup are particularly popular in countries such as Thailand, Japan, and China. Snake meat is especially popular in countries such as China, Japan, and Indonesia. In addition, snakes with thick, high-quality skin are sent to factories for further processing. At these factories, the leather is used to manufacture a variety of products, including bags, belts, wallets, and jackets. These products are sold not only in local markets, but also in international markets. The blood of the snakes is also collected separately. In China, some people consume it as a traditional beverage. Furthermore, the snake's gallbladder is not discarded. Instead, it is dried under the sun and later used in the preparation of traditional medicines. Expensive medicines are made from the gallbladders of these snakes. In fact, almost no part of the snake goes to waste. Compared to ordinary snakes, python's skin is far more valuable. The skins of pythons are carefully dried and then sent to factories for processing. At these factories, the leather is used to produce a variety of products, including bags, belts, wallets, jackets, and other luxury items. Now let's take a look at how frog meat is produced. You may be surprised to hear this, but yes, frogs are now being farmed as well. Vietnam is one of the countries where frogs are raised in large numbers. These frogs are exported to countries such as China, Japan, and Malaysia. Frog meat is a highly profitable business, and it is especially popular in China and Japan. Many people there consider it to be a highly nutritious food. To begin the farming process, frogs are first collected and then bred on farms. After a certain period, when the breeding season arrives, female frogs begin making a special type of sound. This attracts the male frogs and breeding takes place. The female frogs then lay eggs. Within just 1 to 3 weeks, the eggs hatch into tadpoles. The tadpoles are transferred to separate water tanks, where they gradually grow and develop. Gradually, the tadpoles grow into adult frogs. Frog farmers usually separate the frogs into small, medium, and large groups. They are then given different types of feed according to their size. Their diet includes various kinds of fish, vitamins, and nutrient-rich food. The tanks in which the frogs are raised are cleaned regularly to prevent the buildup of bacteria. Once the frogs reach adulthood, they are packed into sacks and sent to factories. At the factories, they are cut and processed as needed before being prepared for the market. As the tadpoles continue to grow, they eventually transform into fully grown frogs. Farmers carefully sort them into small, medium, and large groups, ensuring that each frog receives the proper care and nutrition. They are fed a diet of fish, vitamins, and other nutrient-rich foods to help them grow quickly and stay healthy. The water tanks are cleaned regularly to prevent bacteria from building up and to maintain a safe environment. Once the frogs reach full maturity, they are packed into sacks and transported to processing facilities. There they are cleaned, processed, and prepared for distribution to markets. This is how frog farming has become a thriving industry, supplying frog meat to consumers both locally and internationally. So, friends, as you've seen, there are very few things that people in China don't eat. What are your thoughts on this? Would you ever like to visit China? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching.